Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for clicking on the video. So, today we are going to be reviewing Supercell Season 1, Episode 2. So, we left off with Michael. He vanished and popped up in the future where he met his future self. So, he returns back home, and of course, his girlfriend, she's freaking out. And so, he's writing down these names. And so the next scene, we have Andre. So he decided to take the money. Remember, all of the money just bursted out of the ATM machine. And so he took some money. Rodney, he's showing off his speed. They're calling him Usain Bolt. Michael, he's trying to convince his friend that he can see into the future, that he can time travel because, he needs to speak to someone about this. Of course, his friend thinks he's crazy. He's not believing him. So in the next scene, we have Taser. So Taser has discovered his power. His power is invisibility and can somewhat control it. He still doesn't fully understand it, but he can control it to some degree. He's in the scene where he's trapped. He's trapped this gang, and then he uses his powers and he goes invisible, and he stabs all of them. And meanwhile, there's a camera. Okay, there's a camera recording all of this, and then it's showing some people watching. The next scene, we have Andre. He's on a shopping spree with his son. He's enjoying his free money. uh, and he's also trying to prevent his son from hanging with the wrong crowd. Next, we have Rodney. He's trying to convince his friend that he's the Flash, but he doesn't exactly know how to activate it. Again, I don't know why it is, but his car is about to get repossessed. Not repossessed, I'm sorry, towed. His car is about to get towed again. And because of this, it awakens his speed. And so his speed, he activates his speed. And of course, he's happy about that. Um, and now I think he's kind of figured it out. He's kind of figured out how to activate it. So in the next scene, we have Michael. He's obsessing over this list of names: Taser, Andre, Rodney, and Sabrina. So Dion wants him to tell the police about his powers. And he's like, no. And I'm like, are you crazy, girl? Like, who goes to the police and says, hey, um, I believe I'm an X-Man. I have superhero powers, like the guys in the Marvel movie, and some bad guys are after me. This woman is nuts. But Michael, he somehow connects the stabbing because he hears over the radio what Taser did. He's heard about the gang that was stabbed. And so he has a flashback and he thinks about his first um, flashback where, I'm sorry, his first premonition. He thinks about his first premonition where he was stabbed. And so he connects that with Taser. And he's like, okay, I have to find Taser. And, of course, his girlfriend doesn't like that. She wants him to stay away from him. But of course, he's not going to listen. Next, we have Taser. He's talking to his friend. They're talking about his power. Um, and he's asking his friend. He's like, "Okay, so are you scared of me or something? You don't want to hang out with me anymore?" And his friend is like, "Oh no, I don't, dude. I don't care if you're an alien. I'm messing with you." And I noticed something. You know what? I'm going to talk about that later. Or okay, I'll talk about it now. So his friend, not Taser, but Taser's friend, the mom answers the door, and it has me wondering, what is it? I just wonder if these moms, if they have any idea of what their sons are up to. And if they do know, do they care or are they just ignoring it? So that's something that's, I was thinking about. Okay, so he's having a conversation with his friend, and They're basically saying how this new power is a game changer and they're going to gain money, power, and respect. So that's their little mantra that they keep saying. Um, so then Taser goes showing off to the rest of his friends, and they're calling him the ghost. And I noticed there is a very young boy in this gang. He looks like he's about 15 years old, and they call him Tiny. And I'm like, where is his parents? Where is his parents? And I remember hearing Dr. Umar Johnson. He was complaining about mothers calling the sons on their police. I'm sorry, mothers calling the police on their sons, and how they want the police to raise their sons. And I just thought that was the most ignorant thing. He's a pretty smart guy, but sometimes he can say some real crazy things, all in the name of black power. And I'm like, okay, well, Umar, what do you want them to do? Do nothing? Say nothing? Pretend they don't see their sons getting out of control? Because a lot of times these sons are trying to run the house. They have no respect for women. They have no respect for their mother, and their mother has lost control. Sometimes it's difficult to raise a boy. I understand that it's very difficult to call the police on your child. I understand that. So if you don't want to do that, then you're going to have to kick them out. You might have to move away, but either way, you have to let them know that this behavior is unacceptable and I will not uphold this behavior. Not only is a parent's responsibility to their child, but also they have a responsibility to this world. They have a responsibility to raise a human being who is not a detriment to society. And if your child is a detriment to society, yeah, it is your duty to do something about it. So what is it that they're supposed to do, Umar? A lot he doesn't really come up with a solution to that. But okay, I'm off of my soapbox. So next we have Michael. Michael won't let it go. He's asking his friends. So he decides that he's going to speak with Taser. Okay. So he's going to speak with Taser because his main goal is to protect Dion and to prevent her death. So he's in this hoodie. He goes out at night in the hood and he has on a hoodie and he just pops up out of nowhere, scaring Taser's friends, demanding for them to give him Taser's number. And they're like, no, absolutely not. Who are you? What do you want? And he's like, well, it's private, it's personal. And so they're like, well, if you want his number, you're gonna have to give us $100. And he's so he's just so silly. He doesn't have any street smarts. He's he has his mouth wide open, looking stupid, and he ends up giving them what he has in his pocket, which I think was like $65. So then there's this drive-by shooting. And so Taser friends, they scatter. And of course, he's standing around looking dumb and stupid instead of running. So the gunman gets out of the car, approaches him, and he's asking him all these questions. And he's like, I'm looking for Taser. He's like, Taser, Taser, thinking if he says Taser's name, that all of a sudden the gunman is going to say, oh, Taser, yeah, that's my guy. You cool with me? Let's go have some fish and chips. Like, are you serious, dude? So as soon as the gunman hears Taser, as soon as he hears that name, he shoots him. And then Michael freezes the bullet. So he can also freeze time. Super cool, super cool. Okay, he freezes the bullet and then uh he pops back up at his house and Dion is there and she's like, what is going on? You need to stay away from this Taser guy. Why is it so important for you to find this Taser guy? But he can't tell her it's because he's trying to prevent her death. So next we have Taser. Taser and, well, we have his friends, okay? His friends, they're trying to buy drugs. And I believe this is Tiny's cousin. So they're trying to purchase drugs from him, and they're super clueless. They have no clue what they're doing. They're thinking they can get it for free, like some kind of a loan. And so the guy's like, okay, get out of my car. You're wasting my time. And so they get out of the car. They get back into their car, and then Taser just appears. Turns out Taser stole the drugs. He was sitting in the car all alone. All along, he was invisible. And he stole the drugs. So Taser and his friends, they're celebrating and whatnot. They're saying, oh, money, respect, power, money, respect, power. Meanwhile, Tiny, he is not happy about it. He's not happy about it at all. He's like, you're going to get my cousin in trouble. Like, Craze. I think his name is Crazy. Why would you mess around with someone named Crazy? But anyways, so Tiny is like, I think my you guys are going to get my cousin in trouble. And Taser's trying to convince him, no, everything's going to be okay. If anyone tries to mess with you and your cousin, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. So after that, here comes Crazy and his gang. They pop up. And so Crazy, he's pointing guns at them, and he wants answers. He wants answers. And so that's how the episode ends. All right, so that's it for now. Thank you for listening. So, next I will be reviewing episode 3, and we're going to see if Crazy is really crazy. Let's see if Crazy is going to be popping off on people, okay? Thanks so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.